kind of happened simultaneously that we found this old acoustic guitar our dad had had in the closet for our entire lives, and he, I guess, decided that to start playing us classic rock from his generation. So we got into the Beatles and Zeppelin and Hendrix.
I think for me more it was Aerosmith. I don't know why, it was just, at that time they were really big.
Yeah, Aerosmith was another big one.
And I just remember seeing Joe Perry with a Les Paul Custom and just saying, that is it, right there.
The acoustic guitar was right-handed, and I'm left-handed. So I learned how to play the guitar upside down. Christmas '95, I think we decided.
Yeah,
we got our
95.
first electric guitars.
And they were awesome.
I learned all the, a bunch of chords, and now I had to learn them again the right way because I was no longer playing upside down.
Well, I became the bass player because Conti's Music Store in Dania Beach didn't have any left-handed basses.
Really, at that point, Eric was a much better guitar player than I was, and so there was no reason for him to play bass except that, like when we do the fun songs where there were good guitar solos, that's when I would switch to the bass.
But I think when I really became the bass player for sure was when I went away to college, and when I came home, you got really good at the guitar, like ridiculously good. So I realized that I was out of my element and that I had to play bass from now on. So when I was a senior in college, you were a freshman in college, and the year before I had met a drummer, Devin, and he was a really good drummer. And when you were coming to school, I remember spending the summer before getting ready.
Yeah.
And for some reason, getting ready meant learning a bunch of Red Hot Chili Peppers songs.
Yeah. The very first rehearsal we did was in a room.
It was Fillmore Hall, the band rehearsal room at the University of Miami.
And I remember it not going well at all.
It was horrible.
And I think after that rehearsal, he was like, let's get some originals. I never really had any thought of, writing for a band, and I don't think I had any idea how to do that.
But
any sort of like funky, because you were also really into Victor Wooten at this point, where there's a lot of slap bass.
That's right. A lot of slap bass.
So, and I think any kind of funky little riff we came up with was like, well,
that's a song. I don't remember who had it. I think it might have been Devin, but it was a Tascam 4-track recorder that recorded onto a cassette tape. And we set up in our garage with 4 mics.
We played the couple songs that we had written, and then
one of them we wrote on the spot.
And that became our
Glory on the Roof.
That became our big showstopper for years. And no lyrics at this point, no melody, no vocals. It was just all instrumental.
But still, that original recording has some real charm to it somehow.
Actually, it does.
Because at this point we have a recording. It was on CD, and we decided to hand it to the place we would go the most often, which was the Hofbrau, or the bar in Coral Gables. I called the guy and he's like, how about December 16th?
We played like the Fat Albert theme song, we played Creep by Radiohead, we played
the What's Happening theme song.
What's Happening theme song, yeah.
We played a lot of theme songs.
Fraggle Rock was a big number for us at that point.
And I remember after the first set, the manager actually came up to us and said, can you guys not sing?
That's, I think, one interesting thing that we've had that a lot of bands that I know haven't had is that we've had to do all of our growing up in front of crowds that were usually hostile.
Oh yeah.
But for us, there was no sense that you were playing a show that people wanted to see. Like, you were always background music, no matter where we were playing, especially at that first gig. You had the distinct feeling that most of the people in the bar wished you weren't playing.
Yeah, they were all bar gigs.
And it was, 3 hours of that. You had to stand on that stage or wherever it was. Not even a stage. You were on the floor somewhere for 3 hours, and have the balls to just stand up there while, and just play for people who are not listening to you or looking at you. There were no such things as shows for us back then.
And we obviously needed a name. At the time, there was a popular website called explodingdog.com. And people would write a title and email it to the guy, and he would then draw pictures. Somebody wrote, "Future Feels Good." and the picture he drew was a spaceman shooting ray guns at another stickman who was going like this and smiling.
Wonderful picture.
And we were like, that's it. That's the name.